You're watching Veg TV.
We're making Quiche Lorraine. In my food processor, 1 cup of rolled oats. To that, we're going to add 1 cup of whole wheat pastry flour. Pastry flour is not as heavy as whole wheat flour that you might use to make bread. To that, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is sea salt. Pulse this to mix. Add 1/3 cup of mashed light silken tofu. Add 1 rounded teaspoon of vegan butter, tablespoon of agave, and 1/4 cup of ice water. Process it until it forms a ball. There you go. Little flour on my board. It's an easy pastry to work with. A little more flour, whole wheat pastry flour. I'm going to knead it just a little bit, get that gluten working. We're going to set this aside in a plastic bag. If you're not using it right away, you can place it in the refrigerator and then take it out about an hour before you're going to use it in the recipe. Next, our filling. Over medium-high heat, tablespoon of olive oil, 3 cloves of garlic, 3/4 cup of scallions, 1/3 cup of green bell pepper, and 1 6-ounce package of Yves Veggie Canadian bacon. Saute this over medium-high heat about 5 minutes. Place 2 12.5-ounce packages of light silken tofu in my food processor, and we're going to blend that. Mix together 1/3 cup of mirin with miso. Mirin is Japanese rice wine. This is mellow white miso. It's a sweeter miso. It's very creamy. It's going to add a richness, and mixed together with the mirin, it's going to give us a nice backgrounding for our quiche. Add 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast. Gives it a creamy, cheesy flavor. To that, we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. It's going to give us our yellow color, and 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg. 1/2 cup of soy yogurt. The last ingredient, 2.5 tablespoons fresh lemon juice. Cooked ingredients have been cooling. Fold in our creamy filling. Pastry dough has been set aside for about 15 minutes. It's nice and pliable. A little more flour. Kneading is really important. The more elastic the dough, the more tender it'll be. I'm going to roll it out from the center to about 1/4 inch. And lay it in my 9-inch pie plate. Press it down a bit, like so. I'm just pressing all around the edge. You don't have to do this, but it kind of looks nice. Pour the filling into the pie shell, and that's all there is to it. 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Here's our quiche. You can serve it warm or at room temperature. It's just perfect